Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to Pamela's Crochet and Knit Corner. I am Pam and I am a crocheter who knits a bit. I hope everyone is well. How is everyone doing? Welcome to all of my new subscribers. This is a bonus episode because it is a tag. I love those because we get to answer questions and share more information about us. So if you're new here, welcome, and welcome back to all of my regular subscribers. I'm looking over here because I have some notes over here and my Kindle is over here. This is where I'll be reading the questions from. This was a 10 crochet hook tag, and I'm not sure if I was tagged specifically. I haven't had a chance to watch all of the videos, but I did catch Love in Every Stitch by Ruby Baby, and she tagged everyone, so I thought I would do it. So I've gathered up all of my crochet hooks, and I'm going to share that information with you. Since I am bi-stitchual, I crochet and I knit, I will do another episode regarding my knitting tools that I use. If I combined it, I thought it would be a little bit too long, so I am going to do the crochet hooks. Crochet is my first love. As I say all the time, I am a crocheter who knits a bit. Also on this channel, we kick it old school style. So if you want to grab your pen and pad and take some notes, please feel free to do so. This is not a video where I would be leaving any links. This is just some fun information about the tools that I choose to use when I am crocheting. So let's get started. Question number 1, reading off of my Kindle. What is your favorite brand of hook? Okay, you're going to hear some shuffling and moving around. I've got things all around. This is my hook bag. One of them anyway. I got this from Rhinebeck West in 2020. That is a yarn, pretty much a yarn show at a yarn shop in Los Angeles, California called the Knitting Tree of Los Angeles. Look at that, it's fun inside. So, my favorite hook, I am a Susan Bates girl. I am not a hook snob. I am not a yarn snob. I love the feel of a Susan Bates hook. Now, I have evolved, so let me start with my Susan Bates hooks. Okay, here's one right here. All right, Susan Bates. I like the shape and feel of the hook. I love the tip because it is rounded. It's not too pointy. It's just right. I have a full set of Susan Bates hooks, and I've been using these since I first started crocheting. I do have a boy hook, but I'm not a fan because of this, the tip. But I'm not putting down any type of hook. This is just what I like to use and what I do use. So Susan Bates is my preferred hook. However, not too long ago, I was introduced to Clover Amour hooks, and these are awesome. I absolutely love them. They're perfect in every way, and I enjoy the ergonomic grip on them also too. Then I was introduced to the Tulip hook by my friend Z. Hey Z. These are amazing. They're absolutely amazing. So I believe that you use certain hooks for certain projects, and I will explain to you what I mean by that. I also have my hooks grouped in categories, and you guys are thinking, of course you do. Well, I have what I call novelty hooks, and I'll show you some of those. I have luxury hooks, and I'll show you what I mean by that. And then I have my good old workhorse hooks that I use all the time, my everyday project hooks, which include a tulip, a clover amour, and a Susan Bates hook. But if I have to say what is my favorite, Susan Bates. Question number 2, what is your favorite hook size? I am an absolute K hook girl. The K hook size is my absolute favorite, and the green one that I just showed you, this is a K hook. Now, I am a very tight crocheter. I am a very tight knitter. I don't know why. I've tried to be loose with my stitching and I can't. So if a pattern calls for a J hook, I am absolutely going up to a K. If a pattern calls for a K hook, depending on what it is, then I'm going to go up to an L. And I absolutely love my Susan Bates L hook. I love it. So I always go up a hook size, sometimes 2, if I'm after some type of drape, again, depending on what it is that I am making. Number 3, do you prefer tapered or incline? I believe it's incline. I'm thinking whatever this is, that's what I like. That's exactly what I like. So that's what I prefer. Number 4, how do you grip your hook? I am a knife holder. I crochet this way. I tried to do the pencil grip, and my hat is off to you pencil grip makers. I can't. So this is how I'm comfortable. I am a knife holder. And right here, you can see this part is very important for me because I need that space to be able to be comfortable and just continue to do my work. Number 5, does the style of hook dictate how you crochet? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'll show you why. This is a tulip. And if you notice the tip, this allows you to really get down into a stitch when you're trying to make something where the stitches need to be tight. Excuse me, there's something that popped up on my screen. Okay. When your stitches need to be tight, and you need to get down inside of your stitches, this is really good for that also too. So it depends on what I'm making. If I am making a bralette, then I am more inclined to use my clover amour, because see how much smaller the hook tip is and the contour right there. That's really important because you don't want gaps when you're trying to make something. For instance, here's a bralette that I made, oh my God, probably 3 years ago. This is a pattern by Hey Carrie, and it's one of her festival bralette tops. And on a bralette, you really need, this is blowing out. you really need to get those stitches tight. You definitely do. And this is mercerized cotton, so it's kind of slick on the needles. So I have a tendency to crochet and pull when I'm doing something like this. Also too, working on a mask, absolutely I will use my Clover Amour because you want your stitches to be tight. So I will use my Clover Amour for that as well. The tulip is also a good hook for that, depending on not wanting something so tight, but you need, how would I say, structured stitches to be consistently constructed. So you're able to get down in there. This is good for, when you make a shawl and you chain up and you turn, or you're going to the end of the shawl and you have to get into that top stitch that's really not a stitch. These are good for that as well. And so is the Clover Amour. The Susan Bates hook, not so much when you're trying to do something like that because of the roundness of this tip, and it will have a tendency to open up your stitch, and sometimes you'll be left with a gap. And that's what I take into consideration also too when I'm choosing a hook for my project. That's very important to me, at least. Oops, this went off. Sorry, that was kind of long-winded. Do you prefer ergonomic hooks or regular hooks? Well, being a Susan Bates girl, these are not ergonomic, and I have never put any type of grip or anything on my. I am perfectly fine using my metal hook as it is. It feels good in my hand, and I don't need to put anything on it. However, I do like the comfort of the Clover Amour. I love the comfort of the tulip, which it is ergonomically different from the Clover Amour. They're slightly different. So I like both. I have to honestly say that I'm okay with both. Let's see, number 7, what are your thoughts on light up hooks? I wanted to try it. I thought it would be good, especially at night when my husband and I are in the bedroom and we're watching television. My husband's eyes are sensitive to light, so I have a light that clips over my bed, and I have to arc it so that it shines right down on me and it doesn't catch him in his eyes. So I thought, oh, it would be great to get the light up hooks. He thought so too, and I have them in my favorite size, which is a K. I am also a big fan of a J hook. So they no longer light up. I am not a fan because once you turn them on, this has a glare. I don't know, and your eyes kind of just gravitate like right towards that instead of paying attention to your project. I knew they meant well by doing this. It was a good idea. This is not the best either. The neck on this, it sticks to yarn. It doesn't glide depending on what yarn that you're using. So no, not a fan. Have you ever used a hook with interchangeable heads? I have not. However, for Christmas, I was shocked and awed that my husband bought me a Chow interchangeable set. And if I'm not mistaken, I think these are Tunisian. They are absolutely beautiful. And I have not used them yet. So I do have an interchangeable, but I am not familiar with how it works as of yet. So I cannot speak to that one. Let's see. Number 9. Do you have projects that require small stainless steel hooks or larger hooks? Pow! This is a Chagu hook. This is a size 25 millimeter. Boom. Blanket yarn is great with this. If I make a loose palette, this is perfect to use with. I've only used it with Bernat blanket yarn, okay? The smallest hook that I have ever used is a 4.0. I'm afraid to go down any lower than that. It is a Clover Amour hook. Here it is, my 4.0. And these are perfect for mask and bralettes. Here's another bralette. This is called the Goddess. This is a pattern. I'm sorry, all the straps are, yeah, there you go. And see the intricateness here? 4.0 hook. I love this yarn. This is Nevada Dusk by Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. So yes, if you want to get good, tight, intricate stitches, I use a smaller hook. I have not gone below a 4.0. I'm scared. I am not a small hook person, but when it's necessary to get tight stitches, as in a mask and a bralette, I will go there. Okay. Number 10, if you were only allowed to use 2 hooks for the rest of your life, what size and what brand? For the rest of my life, a K hook, and an L hook. I absolutely love my L. And they are both Susan Bates. The reason why I like this set because I can use the hooks all the way up. I have, here is a Susan Bates. This is an N hook. I've made many blankets with this hook. Now, the reason why I say that is because I love Clover Amour hooks, but I am not a fan of this style of hook. I do not like this neck. I don't. I've tried, depending on what yarn I use, it sticks. It doesn't glide. And I know some people may think, what are you talking about? Mine works perfectly. For me, this does not do it. So when you get to the Clover Amour hooks, the K hook is this hook. This is a K. And I'm like, why didn't they make the Ks like this with the steel neck? I don't understand. So I don't care for the Clover Amours past J. Up to J, I'm fine. After that, I don't care for them. Oh, I also like these plastic hooks. I like these, depending on what project I'm using. The yarn has to glide along the neck of the hook for me, because that's slowing me down if it doesn't. So I enjoy the plastic hooks. This one is a Hobby Lobby hook. I don't think I've ever used it, and most of my hooks are in the other bag. This one right here is, I think this is a clover as well, if I'm not mistaken. And I did use this to make bralettes because it's a 4.0. And I like the flatness of this right here because I am a knife holder. That feels comfortable to me to do what I need to do. I haven't used it in a very long time. And then of course, those are my Susan Bates hooks, the smaller ones right there that I rarely use. Now I mentioned to you all that, I've had these for years. Before I found out about some of the other hooks, I made a lot of scarves with chunky yarn using these hooks. Absolutely. And see, you can see the difference in the tip. This is more of a Bates tip with the rounded point, and this is pointed. There you go. So I had those. Now, I mentioned to you guys that I have Novelty Hooks, which to me are keepsake hooks. I keep all of my novelty hooks and my luxury hooks in this bag. And I found this at one of those little quaint shops in downtown a long, long time ago. So, luxury hooks. This is my opinion. To me, a Furls hook, and I have the Furls Odyssey. To me, a Furls hook is a luxury hook. They are beautifully crafted and constructed. I have heard some horror stories about these falling and the neck breaking, so forth, etc. I haven't had that happen to me yet. The weight of this base feels strangely nice, okay? Now, I think I've said before in some of my videos, I have to be in the mood to use a Furls hook. And I say that because for me, the steepness of this right here, leading up to the tip, if you let your yarn slide down into this area is smaller than the base of your neck, the neck of your hook. So if you let your stitches slide down into this area, guess what? Your stitch is going to be smaller. So when I use a Furls, I have to do the extra dip up into the stitch to get it to stay there, here, not slide down here, and then I have to do my turn. I brought, not that you guys wanted to see all of this, but it's just a demonstration. Hey, this is a black, it's called a kufi hat that I'm working on. And you see how tight those stitches are? I'm using a Clover Amour hook on this because I wanted these stitches to be nice and tight. I'm just using this as an example, which I probably should not do. Okay, do you see right now where the stitch is? As you loop over and you work, your stitch moves down into this shaft area, okay? If you continue with your stitch down here, it's going to be smaller than if you wrap around and finish your stitch back here, but you can't stop it from moving. You have to pretty much put your finger on it. So that's what I mean by, and just it the way that I crochet, it might just be my style of crochet. I don't know. So furls are beautiful. To me, it's a luxury hook. They are pricey. I always get these on sale. So this is an M hook right here. I just wanted to see what the difference was. And curiosity. I also have my favorite hook size, which is a K, in a Furls Odyssey. And this is substantially different. Let me see. So it makes a difference. Again, you have to be in the mood. I have to be in the mood to work with a Furls hooks, but they are certainly beautiful, definitely beautiful. So to me, this is considered, oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Furls is considered a luxury hook. I also have the Furls J. I have a J, K, and an M. Now, I also have another type of Furls hook, and that is their Streamline Hook. And these are made of a beautiful, very, very lightweight wood. And I've heard people say that they're afraid that this will snap. I've heard people say that they have snapped. But I was curious. And again, the neck is, this is a J hook. And the neck on the J it's very slender. I have tried to work with these and yeah. It seems to me to make me work harder. This is an H in the Streamline. So I was basically curious. And of course I got them on sale. This is the K, which you can totally tell the difference in the neck on the K. It's very thin as opposed to so there's a difference, and your stitches, it'll show in your stitches. In my opinion, your stitches will end up being smaller. Sorry if you heard that. I think that was my tummy. I don't edit, so what you see is what you get. If I do make a mistake or a flub, I will correct it in the description box. Okay, now on to my novelty hooks. These hooks are pretty much keepsakes. I don't know if I will use them. I have them because I wanted them. So I do not remember where I got this hook from. I'll try and find it, but I thought it was beautiful. And if you don't know, I like pink things. This came with a beautiful pink rose stitch marker to go with it. It's on a project. And of course, this is a K hook. And it's a Susan Bates. Because when I ordered it and she asked me what type of hook I wanted a Susan Bates. Now, I like this grip, but this back here is on my hand and it would bother me. But again, I got this because I want to keep it as a keepsake. It's a very beautiful hook. And it came with the bag and the rose stitch marker. So this is one of my novelty hooks. This is another novelty hook that I just absolutely had to have. This is so commemorative of the year 2020. This one was done by Crochet by Carol Ann's daughter. She is on Instagram. And this says 2020, and it is a toilet paper roll with a Santa hat on it. I thought that was hilarious. And when I saw that and that she was selling them, I ordered one right away because you have to have something to commemorate 2020. There will be no other year like it, hopefully, and there hasn't been prior to. So it also came with a toilet paper roll stitch marker. So I will definitely be keeping this. This is a keepsake. And I keep them all in little bags inside of my bag. These next ones are super special. And you know what? I'm drawing a blank. Black Panther. A yarny friend of mine who no longer does any of this, she made these for me along with the kente style cloth bag to go with it. I won't use these because these are just so beautiful and I want to preserve them and to keep everything, especially since the actor has passed away, Mr. Boseman. Black Panther. This is, oh my goodness, Black Panther. Beautiful. She did a beautiful job with these. Absolutely beautiful. And this feels really good in my hand. This is not the kind of hook that I prefer, but I absolutely love this. So I got in a J and a K. It says Wakanda Forever. Feels good, but this is definitely one of my keepsake novelty hooks. And then I have this beauty from Brenda. Did I get this one from Brenda, the newbie crocheter? I think so. I think so, yes. So polymer clay feels very good in my hand. I'm pretty sure I got this one from, oh, maybe from Brenda. Oh, no. No. I'm so sorry. Okay, this one is from Vicky of Gotcha Hooked. That's where this one is from. I'm sorry. And this one is from Brenda, the newbie crocheter. And look at that. Beautiful polymer clay. And the type of hook that I like, this is a Susan Bates. Nice grip for me, a pencil grip. Excuse me, a knife holder. So this one is Brenda, the newbie crocheter. So all of these that I just showed you are in my Novelty Hooks keepsake bags. I keep my luxury hooks and my novelty hooks in the same bag. And I think, oh, I grabbed one of these inexpensive hook kits from Amazon. I think they're good to have in case of an emergency. I leave these at work. Okay, I brought them home to show you. And my sister got me a set of these wooden needles. She said she ordered them online, and I'm not sure where, but she said they were very inexpensive. So I keep these at work also too. And all of the sizes are here. They are very, very lightweight. Very lightweight. And the tip resembles, to me, a Susan Bates hook. So I have these, and I keep these at work in my drawer, and I can take them back to work tomorrow because I brought them home just to share with you. So that is it. As I think I pulled out all of the hooks that I have, and I will do another episode because I am also a knitter, and I would love to share with you my tools. We have so many choices, and it's so much fun to be able to just, have the tools that we need to make the things that we like to make, all shapes and sizes. Here's a pink one. I bet you guys thought, oh my gosh, she doesn't have a pink hook. Yes, I do. And I like it. It's fun. Sometimes you get these type of hooks. It's just fun to watch it glide in and out of your project. And I do use this. I like it. So we're very blessed to be able to have a choice of all the different types of hooks that we like to use to create things with. And I enjoyed this tag. So don't forget to like and thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. And please take care. Everybody be safe. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.